stuff that could be life-changing for myself and for the people who listen and the members of our group. And I can't even keep up with all of the material. I'm going through a 9-day now on the gut microbiome, which I've read many books about it, but this is such an emerging science that this is what I'm reading or watching now. It's a 9-day program, is really, it's big information. It's big news. Things are changing rapidly. And again, there are so many things. I could come on and I could talk about why some people suffer from heartburn and how to fix it, how to get your blood sugar numbers under control with diet and some supplementation. That we could talk about the gut microbiome. We could talk about several different pieces of digestion, and we could talk about autoimmune conditions and thyroid and on and on and on. And there's new information coming out every day. The challenge is that we also have brand new people every single day who are just now being exposed to this information. So sometimes I want to move ahead on this show, but I think we serve more people if we use this show as the beginning of the funnel. So think about a funnel and that metaphor that's got a big open end, and then it gets more and more narrow, and it comes out to a steady stream down at the bottom. That's kind of the way I'm looking at our big picture, and that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on Let's Truck in general, but specifically Destination Health, and what is our big picture plan for 2019. And it's hard, and it should be. Business is hard, and planning is hard. So I'm thinking that this big end of the funnel is the radio show. It's where we can reach the most people, and we're constantly bringing in new people. And I have to remember that they still think that fat is bad for us. They will still listen to their doctor that says, oh my God, if you don't ever cook your eggs in bacon grease, you're going to die of a heart attack. That philosophy, that thought process is still rampant in our industry, in our country, in the world, and it's still believed by most medical professionals that fat and cholesterol are bad for us. They're not. And that's one of the first things we have to change if we're going to start eating healthy. And of course, if you're going to eat keto, you can't be afraid of fat. It's a high-fat diet. So I have to remember that these people are coming to us with these beliefs that they've held their whole life, just like I did, just like you did. You probably don't believe that anymore if you're a regular listener and you've seen the results of keto. But if you haven't, we have those people every day. We have to meet them where they are. So then my challenge becomes, well, I want to move on. There are more things we can help people with. Starting with nutrient-dense keto is awesome. I'm going to read you some results from somebody today on the website, and we have thousands of these stories. So we're using the rest of our resources to get more specific. So this afternoon, for example, my son Michael does a program called NDK Matters. It's a live Facebook, and it's in Destination Health. So if you're not a member of Destination Health on Facebook, go join. There's a ton of resources there, and we're expanding. Part of our plan is to use that platform for even more education. And I've got some ideas on how we're going to do that. So we have NDK Matters, the live Facebook every week, where Michael can go deeper into each topic. So that's something that you may or may not want to jump in the middle of, but you can always go back to the beginning and watch every one of them. We have webinars, we have our classes, we have protocols that we're releasing in kits, and we'll continue to work on those things. And I'm excited about that. But on this show, I just know that the nature of talk radio and what we do here, it is going to be circuit, and their major health problems being obesity, blood sugar control, and high blood pressure. Keto's the best thing for them. So we do talk a lot about keto, but it's destination health. And this is where we'll continue to introduce people to those topics. So I'm going to get to a break. I have a lot more I want to say, probably another segment. And then we'll be getting to your calls and questions. So lots going on today. I have a couple announcements you're not going to want to miss. And we will do that here shortly. Stick around. You're on the Road Dogs, Sirius XM 146.